solidified offense on me, you shouldn't score. What did I tell you? What did I say, Quan? If that doesn't get a foul, he'll never score. Yeah, my boys, Splashy here, and today's video we will be doing a refurbished badge list, which should be usable for my career, whether it's Pro Am, Park, Stage, whatever you play. It could be my GM, it could be Play Now, my team as well. It will be catered more towards badges on how good they work in my team, but let's get into it. You know I never do S, A, B, C, D. I got OP, I got a magical tier above OP, and you should know what badge is still going to be getting this. I got should have on, as in like, if you're the position that needs this badge, you should put it on. I got underrated, which would be like slippery, off ball, etc. I got decent, and I got you dog. You know what that I can't say because I need my CPM. So boom, we gonna get straight into it. Let's go. This is gonna be refurbished because I know a little bit more about badges than I did when the game first came out. So boom, we're gonna start with Green Machine. Green Machine is gonna be the first badge I put in decent because after testing it as much as I have, and if you guys wanna go put statistics to it, make sure y'all go to 2K Lab to figure stuff out. I'm talking off the stuff I've tested when I put the badge on. Green Machine has been my favorite badge since they put it in the game, and thinking that when you green you get such a positive bonus that you will be, but with how easy it is to shoot on this game, Green Machine really changes nothing. You're either gonna green or you're not gonna green. It's not like you greening 2 in a row makes it just like you're gonna green 50, like you're spiking almost every play. Sometimes you're getting a different change. Green Machine doesn't help in any of that, so I got Green Machine in decent. My decent tier is just gonna be the badges. Like you can put them on, but putting them on, you know, it ain't really gonna stop no show or change no show. We got guard up. Guard up in my team, if you're shooting over off ball, you should have it on 100%. Actually, we put it in underrated if we're talking about somebody who's off balling. So if you're playing any off ball game mode, guard up is very OP unless they click on and manually contest. This is why the Scottie Pimpens, the Carmelo Anthonys, etc. are shooting over you. But in any other game mode that isn't abusing off ball, it would be just decent. Guard up is basically the same as Deadeye. You just green yellows with or without it. Usually when an on ball defender is guarding, he's not gonna just fail to contest. They're usually gonna put their right stick up or jump. So guard up doesn't really change anything. You'll either green the 50 or you'll miss the 50. Next we got limitless range. I'm gonna put limitless range at underrated, and the reason I'm gonna put limitless range at underrated is because I don't think you guys know how far you can shoot with limitless range this year. Like Huff, you can literally shoot from like a step and a half past half court. Like literally walk past the timeline, shoot, buck, as long as you green it. And you know you'll be able to green it because when you white it, it's not going to be a hard miss, which is your shine if you can green it from there. If you shoot from like 2 steps beyond, no limitless range on this game. The best way to describe a limitless range is go to a my court or go to freestyle in any game mode you play, turn on the hotspots, and take a step behind the hotspot. That's where limitless range first activates. And imagine it on Hall of Fame or Gold. So yeah, next we got Midi Magician. Midi Magician is just decent. Like, I'm not gonna call it dog water, but like, you feel me? If you're midi fading, I mean, Midi Magician doesn't really change anything. I do think for post scores, I would put it in underrated because the middies in post score and it's like the fake dead eye. Like it lets you green some crazy stuff. So if you're a post score, I would put it in should have on. Other than that, I just think Midi Magician is a decent badge. Next, we got slippery off ball. Slippery off ball is underrated, and if you guys still don't know what this badge does, it helps you with anything that has to do with off ball movement. Whether it's Dexing. If you don't know what Dexing is, when you see like a sharpshooter in the park bouncing back and forth off ball without the ball in his hands, literally looking like he's having a seizure. Pro Am guys, you know what Dexing is. My team guys, y'all should know what Dexing is by now. And on top of the fact for my centers, if you only have one badge, unless you wasted it on clutch shooter, you wasted it on slippery off ball. It takes away, you know, the time period in which you'll throw your hand up to actually finish the slip animation. The pause in between you putting your hand up when you actually let go of the roll to slip gets lessened when you have slippery off ball on. So it's very good for centers, very good for cutters, very good for dexters. I like slippery off ball. Space Creator is underrated. If you are one of those Sim Nation, OD, spin shot, step back type of players, it works. That's all I can say. All I can say is it works. Like, if you want to be Devin Booker mixed with James Harden, mixed with Michael Jordan, mixed with everybody else, I mean, hey, you go there and do your professor, half man, half amazing Space Creators. I have nothing against it. The badge does work, and that's all that matters. Next, we got Ankle Breaker. I'm going to put Ankle Breaker in decent because I think killer combos is what Ankle Breaker is supposed to be on this game because I get more stuns animations with killer combos than I do with Ankle Breaker. So let me find killer combos. I'm going to put killer combos and should have on Ankle Breaker. It's not like you're literally dropping somebody on their face like we used to. So I'm going to just put it in decent. Killer combos is more what Ankle Breakers and tight handles has been in the past. And Ankle Breaker just like, it doesn't pop up that much from when I've tested it. So killer combos is what ankle breaker is supposed to be, on top of the fact it's supposed to speed up how fast you dribble, but it really doesn't. So killer combos is what ankle breaker and tight handles is, but it's not what killer combos says it is. Next we got volume shooter. I'm gonna put volume shooter and should have on, and it's because I know a lot of you guys like using badges that pops up all the time. Volume shooter will pop up every single time you shoot, so at least you know the badge is working. Then you have like a dead eye, which never pops up, whether you green a 50, white a 50, make a 50, like it never pops up. So like, I know some of you like badges that always pop up, so I like volume shooter. Bailout will go in OP, and it's because the distance that you can throw bailout passes, even with it on bronze, is ridiculous. Sometimes you get a juggle catch, but you rarely get a turnover. Like the worst you'll get is, say I throw the ball, I go up contested in the paint, throw it backwards, back wing, opposite side. Say I go up on the right block, I throw it towards the back right side behind me with one hand. He might not catch it, but he's going to get possession of the ball without it being a turnover. Bailout on gold is probably one of the most underrated OP badges, because you know when I say underrated, we have the best OP badges, but the underrated OP badge, Bailout probably has the cake. Next we got Agent 3. Agent 3 will go in this bracket of, what will I call this? I'll call this the God tier. Agent 3 this game, it wasn't as OP when the game first came out. Agent 3 pops up every time you shoot off the dribble as a stopping popper would. On top of the fact, fades are so ridiculous on this game. It probably is because of how hard it is to score dribbling wise, but in every single game mode, fades period are so OP. It's not even like how Midi Magician is. Midi Magician isn't as OP as Agent 3 is. Like Agent 3 is crazy. I want to put Midi Magician in God tier, but to Midi, I mean, it's easier to stop a Midi than it is a three-pointer. Like Agent 3 is allowing you to chuck with whatever fade you have on from the half-court line, as consistent as Stephen Curry would. So I love me Agent 3s. Agent 3s will go in God tier to start. Break starter really doesn't work from my test. It's really just I had somebody test 90 pass act and throw a fast break pass, and he threw a few of them clean. He put on break starter and nothing changed. It's not like you get a clean catch every time. It's not like it's gonna stop you from getting the little 360 catch, put the ball on the ground, run out of bounds, you gotta spam a timeout. Like, it's not like that stops anyway. So since that doesn't stop, I will put break starter as my first badge that will go in dog water. So that's that. Clamp breaker is the next badge that will be going in God tier. Clamp breaker is so good this year that clamps doesn't even matter. You can have on bronze clamp breaker, and I actually had some people like show me the 2K lab statistics of bronze clamp breaker versus half clamps. Listen, I play MyTeam, and for my dogs who play Now No Longer MyTeam, you can have half clamps on somebody who has bronze or silver clamp breaker, and they will blow by you every single possession. Or a thing clamp breaker does this year that people don't understand. Sometimes it doesn't give you a blow by, but it gets you so far to the basket that you might as well consider it a blow by. Like clamps is gonna pop up and clamp breaker is gonna pop up, and you'll just run with them on your hip all the way to the basket and just be able to go up. So clamp breaker literally blows clamps out of the water. Clamps isn't even OP this year because of how good clamp breaker is. Next we got Dimer. Dimer's decent. Dimer will always work. The problem with Dimer that became a thing is Dimer makes you change up your jump shot when you pass the ball. I'm not really sure if it does it this year, but I know, like, say I have Dimer and I'm the point guard and I pass to my lockdown in the corner. He gets a different timing than if my center with no Dimer throws him the ball. So now he has to memorize 2 timers on top of the 962 timers he already has to memorize because 2K23 is a you-know-what type of game. So Dimer's just decent. Floor general is underrated. The reason I put floor general is underrated is because a lot of teams actually don't run floor general. My team, everybody already has it on, but like, especially if you find somebody who can sacrifice the +3 or +4, that will make your attribute so much better on the offensive end that people don't understand. I've also heard some people say, floor general doesn't matter because I put it on and my team still couldn't shoot. Hey, your team sucks. That's all I can say. But like, say you make a build with 92-3, 84 dunk, you get the minimum contacts or something, you get floor general on the court for gold, and now you got an 87 dunk, which means you're gonna be dunking like you do got gold posterizer, etc. Like, I like floor general. It's a good team badge. Hands for days, I just think you should have it on. I wouldn't even really say it's OP. I really want to put it in decent because like, handles for days doesn't touch your adrenaline bar, and that's really the reason you can't dribble the way you want to. It's not your stamina. Your stamina drops pretty fast too if you combo up, but like, it's handled. It's the adrenaline bar. Like, if you're not dribbling in place or doing spin resets like Steezo because he's an anomaly, I mean, it's not really much you can say. You feel me? It's not really much you can say, and that's just how it's gonna be. So, you feel me? I would have handles for days and should have on hyperdrive. I like hyperdrive. I think you should have hyperdrive. And when I was testing it, it seemed like the badge that let me run back and forth laterally on top of the fact downhill at a max speed. Now, if you are a rim runner, this is an OP badge. Now, if you're a 300, I'm going to say it's just in should have on. Like, you should put the badge on. You should try to find a slot in which you can put hyperdrive on. You need a lot of play badges this year if you're playing guard, PG, or shooting guard. But if you are a rim runner, whether you are talking about in my team, whether you're talking about in Play Now, whether you're talking about your little 6'8.4, you should put hyperdrive on because it's going to give you a burst into your clump breaker blow by. It's hyperdrive, mismatch, and clump breaker are like the three. Oh, here goes mismatch right here. Are like the three god tier badges. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm gonna put mismatch and OP though, but like mismatch and clump breaker, like mismatch activates for those who don't understand. It's, let's say you get a switch. It's basically telling you you're going to get a blow by. It's not like last year where, hey, Yao Ming switched on me. Shot, 60% Green Bay. No, it's like, hey, Yao Ming switched on me. Blow by. Hey, AD switched on me. Blow by. Hey, your mom switched on me. Blow by. Like, you feel me? That's basically what mismatch does. And when you combine that with Clamp Breaker and Hyperdrive when you're already going downhill, those three are a deadly trio, like the Holy Trinity. So, like, you do what you got to do with that. Needle Threader is just decent. I mean, it's not like it speeds up your passes this year. It doesn't speed up your passes. It just, if you throw a bug, if y'all know what a bug is, literally it's a bug. You throw it, you blind Helen Keller, and you throw some BS. That's Needle Threader. Hey, it's gonna thread the needle right through a bad pass. You might be able to get a bad pass through, or you'll get like the little Madden pass because like you got blessed when somebody baited you. Needle Threader is just decent, nothing spectacular. Post Playmaker is underrated because Post Playmaker doesn't just activate when you're in the post. Post Playmaker activates when you're in the paint. So my power forwards, lockdowns, and centers, you crash, you get the rebound, you dish it out. That's post play. Post Playmaker still is in the game, so that's the paint version of Bullet Passer. Obviously, your pass accuracy still matters, but at least we have something that could be considered Bullet Passer still in the game because Jesus, Needle Threader is not working when you're not in that paint, but it counts for when you're in the post. It counts for when you're in the paint. It counts anywhere when you're in that big, beautiful square box, basically. That's all the post quotation mark. So I like Post Playmaker. Next, we got Quick First Step. Quick First Step you should have on. It's not crazy OP this year because you still move like, well, actually, let's say half Quick First Step. Well, actually, it was a test in which a 6'10 with 75 speed with ball, 80 ball handle, 75 acceleration, silver quick first step got put against a 6-foot point guard with 99 ball handle, 99 acceleration, 99 speed with ball, every half dribbling badge and half quick first step, and the 6'10 move faster. So I mean, quick first step isn't really stopping the show if you're that short. If you're big, I mean, quick first step is good because it's gonna help your burst to, you know, get to the paint because that's all y'all do. So yeah, but quick stopping, well, I call it slow stopping this year because you can't stop quickly, but you know, slow stopping, etc. I mean, you need it on. Don't get me wrong. You do need it on, but it's not like your burst is going to be like any of the past years. A grandma who's on an IV, probably on her deathbed, she's obviously going to survive. Knocked on wood just to make sure with whoever grandma I'm talking about. Grandma who's on an IV, connected to her deathbed, with both her legs amputated, probably still move faster than a 6'1 PG who has quick first step on if you give her a basketball. So that should give you a good comparison. Next, we got Amped. Amped is decent to me. I don't know if you guys run Amped and Amped is just crazy good, but like without Amped I green when I don't have Stam. With Amped I green when I have Stam. No Stam, like it's more just about the shot changing. Amp not helping you actually like my time. Like if I have Amped half my time, it should stay the same when I don't have any energy. Not every time, but it should be like more times than not. It should be like I have 75% stand when I have 25% stand if I have amped on, and that's just not what it does, so it doesn't really matter. Special delivery, I mean, I don't want to call it dog water because if you actually throw lobs and flashes, you really can get your meter up pretty fast. So I actually put it in underrated. Nobody's still going to run it. It's still not a badge I don't think you should have, but if you actually are going to throw flashy passes and lobs, special delivery does come through because it does work and it pops up every single time. It helps you build up your takeover very fast. It's just not as bad as it was on the 21 Next Gen glitch where it was one flashy pass and you had team take with hot shot. So that's that. Next we got Unpluckable. I'm actually going to make another row, and the row is going to be Unpluckable because Unpluckable, unless it is on Hoff, is probably the most unusable badge on the game. Like, you're gonna get stripped and they're gonna strip you every single play. If you have Hoff, you might be able to survive a little bit longer than the person who has gold, but it's like an apocalypse. Like, they're coming. the zombies. Like, they're coming, and they all have glove. Where's glove at? Where's glove at? Here we go. Here's the best badge on the game. God tier. I want to give another row to glove, but I'm just going to keep it in God tier instead of gassing it. But yeah, unpluckable is all the way down here. The badge doesn't work. If you're not running it on off, I probably wouldn't even have it on. When I was playing promo shooting guard, for my shooting guards who are going to watch this video, I had mine on browns, and yeah, I had it on gold and got stripped more. You really just got to keep running. That's really the secret. Like, it's not the badge. You have to just not stand still. Once you stand still, you're just barbecue chicken, like Shaq would say. So that's good. Vice grip. I mean, vice grip's decent. I mean, do please for those people who think vice grip is the glue hands and it's gonna give me better catches to shoot, etc., etc. It doesn't do that. It literally just pops up when you catch the ball, so somebody can't strip you off the catch. It's literally all it is. So it's for big man. Big men, you do need this badge because a lot of people are becoming spammers in the paint on the way down. And for some reason, for the past 4 years, when you have a rebound and you're coming down, like, you are just most vulnerable, like, to just getting blitzed, like, on the way down before you even put the ball on the ground or pass the ball. So you do need vice grip, but I just think it's decent still. Acrobat is an OP, and I know y'all gonna be like, what are you talking about? Listen, I don't know if y'all have played somebody. This is more for my MyTeam and Play Now people. When you switch up a shot with NA on, it automatically goes in. It's like it's a glitch. Like, you try it, like, with your own time, whether you're in a park and you're just BSing with your IRS, etc. Try it. Go up with like a 20% and switch up the shot in midair, and I bet it goes in. I bet it goes in 9 times out of 10. Unless it's red. Actually, it might go in if it's red. I promise it's gonna go in. Acrobat is so OP this year because I don't know if people are doing it on purpose, but like, you'll just see somebody just walk into your paint. On my beautiful Hakeem Olajuwon will half anchor, my Zydrunas Ilgauskas will half anchor, my Wilt Chamberlain will half anchor, 99 interior for everybody I just said, by the way. 99 block too, 95 block probably the lowest, but walk into the paint, go up with one hand and just switch it to their left hand, and it just say like 45%, and it's just a bucket, and it go in off backboard, same animation every single time. Acrobat is crazy OP this year. I don't know why it's so OP, but hey, you know, to each his own. Next we got Aerial Wizard. Aerial Wizard is just like decent. Like, it's nothing outrageously good. Like, you just dunk the ball. You feel me? Like, you're not gonna just get OD contact dunks, or you're not gonna, the lobs just don't usually work how they should because the lob animation is slow, because the pass slows down because you have to so-called time the little circle. So Aerial Wizard will always be good, but it's not like it's just outrageous. Back down Punisher, you should have on. If you're any type of big man or you want to abuse a mismatch in whatever game mode you play, you should have back down Punisher on, because you need to get them in that spot that's under the restricted area, like to where if they jump, they're going to hit their head on the bottom of the backboard. That's the glitch spot, so you should try to get them there. Bully is still crazy OP. I'm not going to say it's God tier, but it is OP. I think they touched a little bit because you don't get that animation you used to off the blow by no more, where you just, hey, the little Zion animation. But Bully is still OP, and if a person with strength versus a person with no strength has the ball, Bully's gonna win every single time. Dream Shake, I'm just gonna put it in decent. I have nothing to say on Dream Shake. I don't Dream Shake, I'm sorry. Drop Stepper, I'm gonna put Drop Stepper in decent too. I'm pretty sure it works. I just don't drop step that often. I'm a guard. Even in my team, I'll drop step a point guard, but the animation that you usually get after the drop step makes me want to put it down here, because you get an animation, but unless you get the actual good animation where you like shrug him out the way, I don't really like the drop step animations, but I'll just keep it in decent. Fast Twitch is in, should have on, because the animations that you get in the paint, there are 2 bad animations on this game. It is one where you go up with 2 hands and you like double clutch it and it's a standing layup, and then it's one dunk animation where you go up with 1 hand and you literally go up so slow that I could probably walk up Mount Everest with no legs, crawling in a wheelchair, like crawling next to my wheelchair instead of taking the wheelchair up there in negative 30-degree weather, and I probably will still go up faster than you. And that's just that. So Fast Twitch is needed though, because the slow animations on this game are very bad. Blinders you should have on. It had to grow me, but it's not like it has been in the past where if he's on your right or left shoulder, he's shooting literally a fade in your mid. So, you know, you don't got to worry about that, but you should have it on, because if you say I beat you laterally and you like on my hip, it's going to be good for it to be a 7 instead of a 47. Fearless Finisher is an OP, and the reason it's an OP is because any badge that helps you score in the paint is an OP. So, yeah. Fearless Finisher, Acrobat, all them badges are good. Giant Slayer Giant Slayer is in should have on if you're a smaller guard and you're going to go up at all in the vicinity of anybody. It doesn't give you a bully animation, but it does give you some good animations when you go up on somebody in the paint for it to go in. Yes, there'll be 25s, but 25 doesn't matter anymore in the paint. If it's a 25, that's actually a good take. If it's a 35, it's a good take. If it's a 40, it's a questionable take. If it's a 50, it's a real questionable take. If it's a 60, that's a bad take. Those still go in though, so I mess with it. Limitless takeoff is still an OP. You can literally take off. If you have it on gold, you can take off from like a step past the free throw line and nobody can take you out of your animation unless they meet you at the free throw line. And you'll finish almost every time, even though it seems like they buffed Intimidator misses now. Well, Anchor misses, quotation marks. So I still like Limitless takeoff though. Masher actually isn't the badge that's making people I'm gonna still put it in should have on because it's more of a placebo, but Masher isn't the badge that's making people make those layups in the paint. I thought it was. It's not. You just make it. I didn't put Masher on a couple of my guards I used in my team, and I was still going up on somebody same size or 3 inches shorter, whatever the cap is, and it was still going in 30%. I'm gonna still say you should have Masher on though, but like that's not the reason you make layups. 2K23 has a built-in badge called They Can't Stop You in the Paint. Post-spin technician is also decent. They work, but how many of us are actually post-scoring, and how many post-scorers are going to be watching this video? Exactly. They work. If you're a post-scorer, obviously you should have on Dream Shake, post-spin, and drop stepper. But if you're talking about from my team standpoint or a play now standpoint, yeah, I think you'll be fine with or without them. Next we got posterizer. Posterizer in OP. You can finish in traffic on 5 people in this game as long. Actually, you don't even need it on. That's why when you do have it on, you really don't miss. Like my build, the all-around combo build that's on my page that y'all saw contact dunking in them Pro Am games. Like, I didn't even have on posterizer most of them games, and I still was dunking on people. Next, we got Pro Touch. Pro Touch is only gonna go in dog water because nobody has their layup timing on, and I just want to put another badge in dog water. So yeah, Rise Up goes in the God tier. If you know how to stand and dunk glitch, you like listen. Especially this is more catered towards one of my team players. I know somebody go, what's the stand and dunk glitch? You hiding the sauce. Listen, if you know how to stand and dunk glitch and you have Rise Up on at least bronze, bro. Oh my God, you stand and dunk every play, and the minimum stand and dunk rating required is a 40. That means in game it needs to be a 40. Like you can have a 40 stand and dunk every single possession. So imagine if it's an 80, 85. And when you do the glitch, basically, the reason it's a glitch is because if you go up with a regular take, like say you have Russell Westbrook and you go up with his little cockback tomahawk, his little tomahawk where you throw into the rim, I'm gonna jump at your tomahawk. When you do the stand and dunk glitch, they don't jump at your stand and dunk. They let you stand and dunk and jump out of bounds. That's why it's a glitch. Invented last year by Nike Fiend 13. Next we got Slithery Finisher. Slithery is in should have on. Slithery pops up every single time you go into the paint, so you should definitely have Slithery on. Not much more to say on that. Anchor. Thing is, I'm supposed to be putting Anchor in OP, but Anchor isn't OP. It like doesn't work how it's supposed to because people, the higher your Anchor, it's like you get laid and dunked on more. The lower your Anchor, it's like you get better animations. Doesn't make sense. It's like the same thing with clamps. Clamps, when you got like on half clamps, you put a bump on them so much that they score the ball because you're going to bump them all the way to the paint because you are attached to their hip. And the Anchor, like, you all up with bronze, they probably have a better chance of missing than if they go up on you with half. On half, they dunk on you, but they might miss it. On bronze, they usually lay up on you. Like, I don't know. Game's backwards. You should have it on, though. Catch and shoot, you should have on. Catch and shoot isn't a bad badge. Nah, I'll put catch and shoot in decent. Catch and shoot kind of fell off when limitless range became a thing because catch and shoot and limitless range both don't work together. If you have on catch and shoot, if you shoot from the line, you need catch and shoot on, but Claymore is way better anyways. But the problem with Claymore and catch and shoot is you might be moving and then catch the ball, and Claymore might not activate because you need to stand still for 3 to 4 seconds or for whatever tier that you have on, bronze 1, silver 2, etc. Catch and shoot is a good badge. Just how often are you actually catch and shooting? If you are catch and shoot Conan, then you might as well put Claymore on because it's better and gives a better boost. Where's Claymore at? Claymore, I put Claymore and should have on though. I think Claymore is a necessity, but I don't think catch and shoot's a necessity. Because if you shoot from deep with catch and shoot, limitless range pops up, and if you stand still for too long, catch and shoot and Claymore pop up, but you just don't need both those buffs. Ankle braces, I don't think ankle braces works. I don't think ankle braces has worked for like 3 years. Since it became a badge, I don't think it's worked. I don't think it'll ever work. I just think nobody gets ankle breaker animations on this because nobody's running ankle braces anyway, so yeah. I just know if we were getting ankle breaker animations, it wouldn't work though. Box out beast. I don't know. I'd have to talk to my power forwards and centers for what y'all think, because I be boxing out and I get wormed with box out beast on. So I wonder what's gonna happen if I don't have it on. So I'm gonna put it in decent, because I mean, you get some physical box outs, but you just still get wormed, and it's not a worm badge on this game. So I don't understand. Brick wall is an OP. The animation that you get, and this is really the reason most of the guards is scoring and they don't realize, is because of the clippers that are being set by brick wall. Brick wall's annies this year literally will get somebody stuck for so long they can't even get through, but Challenger might let them jump through, but that's that. Where's Challenger? Challenger isn't God tier. You can literally play the paint or be stuck in the screen and press triangle, and it will literally warp you to wherever the person is shooting at, enough to at least get a 5. And a 5 is pretty hard for most people to grade consistently. Like, Challenger, like, in my team, everybody literally goes under and literally goes to jump at you when you shoot and it's like an 100% smothered, you fall down and it's a free break. It's like it gives you just a Superman bounce, like Cosmic Superman. You get to just jump and just walk towards the other side. I really love Challenger though. Chase down artist doesn't work. You get the animation, but you never get the block. It is getting a little bit better. That's why I think they've been hotfixing the game, because I've got more chase downs this last week than I have all year while playing the exact same defense I've been playing, but I'm still not gonna put it in decent. So yeah, clamps is in should have on. Yeah, you should have it on, but you're still gonna get blown by. So I've heard some locks are running on silver and playing better D than the locks that got it on Hoff, but that's because of what I said earlier about clamps and anchor. So yeah, interceptor, I want to put it in should have on, but I also want to put it in decent. The reason I'm gonna put it in should have on, because I think you should have on interceptor if you can get it on. But the higher your interceptor, the more you tip the ball. Like, if you have it on gold or Hoff, you'll get like some OD takeaways, but then you'll get like the ones where like you're just like, yo, I'm tipping that. Like, Hoff and gold just make you tip everything. When I got it on like bronze, etc., like, I usually take the ball out there. Especially when you have it off, you really don't tip the ball. You usually take it every time. And that's weird, but I'll still have it and should have on. Menace is decent. It bumps them and drops their attributes, but they'll just get it back from floor journal anyway. So it's just you're just putting them back at their basic stats. Off-ball pest is underrated, because you can't tag the slip without off-ball pest on this game, because I don't know what's wrong with the player you click on when a screen is happening. It's like he lets him blow by him, and if you want to know which is better between slippery off-ball pest is better. And you need off-ball pest to guard back doors on this game, because it just lets them push right through your body, and they're going to dunk anyway, so you should try to stop them while you still can. Pick dodger, I'll have to talk to locks. I think you should have it on. Because how good brick wall is, but I don't know like how good it works. I don't really test it enough when I walk through screens. I usually go under and just avoid the screen, or go over so high, or I just switch it. So that's what I say about pick dodger, but I do think pick dodger should be a good badge, but you know, I haven't tested it that much. Pogo's OP. You get to man, even after the nerf that they gave it back on 20, like, you get to jump so many times in the paint. You can pump fake somebody like 5 times and they can just keep jumping every single time. And all they got to do is get like a 20 on you to miss a standing layup. But if they get a 50 on you when you have a driving layup, you make it weird. Tough game. Post lockdown. I got post lockdown in decent. If you have post lockdown versus the post moves usually win. So, yeah. Not much more to say on that. Rebound chaser, you obviously should have it on. The rebound animations you get on this game, considering whatever your vertical is, are sometimes very wacky. Like, you'll get like a one-handed snag animation and go crazy. Too bad you can't throw the break starter pass though. But I do think rebound chasers should have on badge. Workhorse, I want to put workhorse in dog water, and the only reason is because offense reacts faster than defense. But I do think you should have it on. This is more because you need to chase down rebounds, or helps you get to the rebound a little bit quicker. I don't think it helps you get the loose balls much faster, because I've had plays where you can go check my Twitter Splash Edition and literally look at my pin tweet. I have plays where I will get 10 stops with somebody will go to half workhorse, and the offense will repeatedly beat me to the ball before I can get to the ball. So I do think it's a dog water badge though, but a lot of people tell me they like it. Clutch shooter is decent, it works, but comeback kid's better. Comeback kid is it should have on. Comeback kid is actually OP. I think comeback kid is OP because when you're losing, the amount of yellows you're allowed to green. I don't know what the boost to this is, or what the boost to the attributes are. I don't know if it's when you're down 1, down 5, down 15. But I know I'll be down like 5 and start chucking some BS and everything's green with comeback kid. Like, I really like comeback kid over clutch shooter this year. I think it's a badge you have on. Corner specialist is decent. You still haven't had a need for that badge because always some other shooting badge that just overpowers it. Then you got Deadeye. Deadeye doesn't work. Literally, if you green a 50, you white a 50 and it goes, and Deadeye still won't pop up. I don't think Deadeye is the reason you're making any of these shots, and I don't think Deadeye is even worsening the contest of the shots you are taking, because I played without it all year and then played with it on and I didn't see a difference. But that's all of the badges refurbished. This list may be the same as my old list. This list may be a little bit different than my old list. This is with me playing Pro Am as long as I did, on top of playing my team and Play Now for an enlarged amount of time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video though. I love every single one of y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Stop by the Twitch, Splashy, road to 1,200 subs. We streaming 2 to 3 times a day. I'm probably one of the most consistent streamers on this game. Even with as much as I complain about it, I'm still on this game. Any questions on any badges, drop them under here. I should be able to respond to them. Stop by the Twitter, Splash Edition. Turn on the noties. Follow me. Hit me up with any questions. I love every single one of y'all. I hope this badge list helps. Make sure y'all have a blessed day. I'm out. Peace.